Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Royal Naval Field Gun Competition 1999, not the last. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, seeing this name scares me a little bit. Gun competition, I don't know what that entails, but it's making me scared, just the name. And this is not the last, which I don't know. We'll see. So let's check it out and comment, like and subscribe. Are those, no, they're not Marines, right? The Royal Naval, are those Marines? They don't have Marines, right? They're just in the military. Are they marching? I love the little music.
The traditional march on to Hearts of Oak, and the line from it, "Come cheer up, my lads, 'tis to glory we steer," seems particularly apposite tonight.
Looks scary.
He's had the role for 17 years, and Lieutenant Commander Ken Mathers takes charge of the last run of a competition which has been part of the Royal Tournament since 1907.
What?
The last 36 of some 15,000 men who've taken part in this trial of strength, verve, determination, sheer guts, prepare to give their all. The atmosphere is tingling, the tension palpable in the crowd as well as down there on the arena.
What's happening?
The two trainers to report they're ready. Petty Officer Mac McShane of the Fleet Air Arm, Chief Petty Officer Pat Patilla of Portsmouth. Each has had the run 6 times, and they can hardly make themselves heard in the noise. The thunder flash is lit, and they'll be off at the bang. First to the home wall. They round it, and then everything has to come over the top of it.
What?
Neck and neck at the opening. And they go
it's obstacle. Oh my god!
28-foot spar is attached to sheer legs, and the first man will get across the 28-foot supposedly bottomless pit.
What's happening? What's a giant stick? What?
Over first. It's Portsmouth's first.
They do the thing. They do the Olympics.
Now in goes the 10-foot spar on the enemy ramp. The wires are established, and here come the men and wheels on the Traveller.
What?
The wheels 120 pounds each.
Oh my god, they're so heavy.
Will be next. 350 pounds. And the heaviest part is still to come.
How?
Absolutely nothing in it at the moment. Here's the barrel.
I'm shocked.
900 pounds. And down it goes into the carriage. Now the other wheels, they call them the speedy wheels, because they're taking straight to the hole in the enemy wall, and everything has to go through there. The limber has to arrive.
Okay.
Just 345 pounds.
But this looks so incredibly heavy.
Carriage going through, and the Fleet Air Arm have gained time here.
Go. You can.
They get to the enemy line where they have to fire 3 rounds. Limber must arrive there in time. Everybody kneeling. Definitely the Fleet Air Arm just ahead.
Oh my god, and this thing could have gone off at any point.
Catch the breath before the run back. Empty cartridges away, and the thoughts of the men who inspired this race with the carrying of naval guns to help relieve Ladysmith from the Boers a century ago must be a million miles away. They came from HMS Powerful and Terrible. Well, who's feeling what now? And the times, 1 minute 25.66 for Portsmouth, 123.8 for the Fleet Air Arm. They're
this is really fast.
1.86 seconds, no penalty points. The bugler sounds retire. Wait for the G note. And it'll be over the enemy wall this time.
I can't get over this. I'm not scared of jumping.
It's been a good wall for them, the enemy wall.
First and they have to sort of put it together once more.
Limber follows them this time. Head down as the Traveller comes in.
This is gonna be so heavy.
Doing his job, and that's what is absolutely vital.
Yeah, true. It's a lot of teamwork.
The barrel, and that'll be slung under the sheer legs to await the carriage. Portsmouth are catching up. They may even have gone.
And you have a lot of impulse as well. Imagine getting stuck in the middle of this.
The carriage. Well, there's very, very little in it.
This is insane.
Portsmouth have moved up a little bit.
They're moving so synchronized.
Out of the gun. The last 2 wheels come. And now they wait for the man called the Flying Angel, who comes with a 10-foot spar.
I think it's crazy how to put this thing together again. Oh my god.
They've got to be all needing 3 more runs to fire.
Go. Two.
And we're having the cracking final run that history demanded.
Oh my god. We have to do this one more time.
Just the home run remains. just? How dare I?
Do they
And
just set
wait
up
for
the
home
time?
wall through which everything this time must go. And Portsmouth have closed the gap. 0.6 of a second divides the two teams. They were faster on the run back, 59.81
Okay.
to 1 minute 107. Still no penalty points.
I get why
Everyone now
it's
poised for the
3
last
rounds.
note from bugler Jesse
You need a
James,
tiebreaker.
who will sound the ceasefire. And through the wall they go.
Oh my god, at least it can catch a
And the
break for
It's put
30
together
seconds.
again.
Is that an
Away
actual
go
brick wall?
Portsmouth, But Fleet have
I
the
think
slightly
that's right.
try to turn, and I think they're going to do it. It's the axle to cross the line, and it does so now.
Oh, they did it. They won.
It's over. They run down and wait for the official result. What a race.
Oh yeah, because of course they knew we did it faster. Of course, we were gonna
But as
win.
they come back, the crowd are on their feet. They're being given a wonderful reception.
Oh my god, there's so many people. I thought there was
The
fewer
field gunners
people.
call for public support.
Oh my god.
And my heaven, they're certainly getting
Yeah,
it.
they're so
The
tired.
final light crowd is a fair judge. The popular vote demands that this race should live on.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? Is that a flag? The Portsmouth field gun? What? The final chapter? Why is it goodbye?
A youngster calls for more applause, and it's enough to take grown men close to tears.
Yeah, but why? Oh my
The final
god.
running times,
But
Portsmouth
why is
2
it the
minutes
last time?
46.68 seconds. The Fleet Aram 2 minutes 45.71. No seconds added for penalty points. The Fleet Aram have won the last run by 0.9 of a second.
Wow, that's nothing.
Now to the presentation
Everything's decided by
the
microseconds.
Adventure Commander in the arena. And the first cup to be presented is the Interport Challenge Cup, also known as the
Oh, I
Points
get
Cup.
it. It's
But
the
this
Olympics.
year,
They get to
it has
dress up
been won
later
by
for
Devonport.
the what? Oh, okay, yeah. They get the trophy, but then they have to be sort of dressed up. They're allowed to change. You don't have to go in your sweaty clothes. I've never heard of this in my life. It was the Royal Naval Field Gun Competition. I was a little scared to begin with because I didn't know what it entailed. I've never heard of this in my life. So I was thinking they were actual sort of modern guns, or even if they aren't modern guns, I think I was thinking more as in military grade ammunition, or just, I don't know, some kind of weapon, some military weapon. I wasn't thinking, oh, this is a friendly sort of competition. That's I don't know, they're using a canyon. What is that? It's just a really old timey thing. I wasn't expecting it. I think, well, 1999, that's quite a long time ago, but I think I'm just shocked. This is not the last, but they were saying goodbye. I don't really understand why. This was something that apparently maybe they did every year, or I would assume it's every year. They did this every year for some reason. Probably they got rid of it, but now maybe, hopefully, because this is not the last. So I'm thinking maybe in recent years, they just restarted this. I can't see why they would stop this. I think that's just, I don't know, why would you stop this? It's not a dangerous thing. I think not, well, maybe there are certain dangers, of course, but I think this is, as any other sport, as in any other competition, there's gonna be risks, but I don't think these risks are above the normal and above sort of average. So I don't really understand. It looks so incredibly entertaining. So I don't know why did they get rid of it? I want to go to one of these things. I think maybe I do not know if I interpreted this correctly. I don't know if because these are three rounds, but I do not know if this was a part of a larger sort of competition in which they were being tested in other sort of capacities, and there are other sort of competitions, and this was the last one. Or no, the competition is just this three rounds. I'm a little unclear on that. And also, I'm very unclear on whether or not these are active military people, or was this sort of your retired? They didn't look retired. They looked quite young. Although, to be honest, I'm not really sure. In the military, you don't retire young, right? I think it's one of those jobs where you retire quite old. So I don't know, I guess they're active and this is sort of a hobby. I don't know. You need to train for this though. So I'm not really, I mean, maybe it's a hobby, it's a sport. It's not mandatory, but if you're really into this, then you could participate. And obviously you were part of the team and that's why they were called the Portsmouth something and the others, I can't remember the name. So I think maybe that's the case. And yeah, it was a hobby. It was a team, just as, you guys and in your job, you guys create, I don't know, a book club or a basketball team, something like that. And then of course you do this, although of course this is to the top, to the max. And of course, because they're military, they have to take it to the extreme because these are not normal people. Of course, they're sort of above average. So they have to do something really sort of exciting and very, very interesting. But I loved it. I want to know, did you practice a lot? I don't know. It's a lot of teamwork, though. I think it was so shocking to me how at one point, everything they do is all the little tasks. It's so, you have to dismantle this, and then you have to jump, and then you have to put it back together again. There's just so many. I don't think because again, you can think, well, you have to be really in physically good shape. Everything has to happen really fast, which of course I agree. But not just as in you're in great physical shape, as in doing cardio, you're just, you're a little winded, but, you have to do this quickly. But also you have to be very strong. You have to have a lot of muscles in order to carry this because this thing was incredibly heavy. And of course, there's just a lot of teamwork involved in which, they're not flailing. They're just not individualistic as in, oh, I'm carrying my whole team in my back. Absolutely not. All of them, they knew what they were doing. It looks as if every single person in this, I don't really know. It was a team around, I don't know, maybe around 15 people, maybe more. Actually, I think it's around 20 maybe. There was just a lot of guys. And each one of them has their own sort of thing. Hey, you're in charge of doing this, and at this particular sort of task for this particular level, you have to do this, and in this, this one has to do this, and everyone knows exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And they're doing it perfectly. So I think there's a lot of teamwork involved. And there's a lot of trust, I think, in your teammates. And, you're trusting them. And there's a lot of trust, I think, in general. Because not only you have to trust in your partner that's doing, obviously, everything's doing what they have to do. But I think also when it comes to, I don't know, you're sort of you're jumping in this wheel and there's just this rope. I don't know, there's just a lot of, I'm trusting them to be able to handle this. What happens if they can't carry my load, they can't carry my weight? No. Nothing of that. It was that was I think the incredible part as well. How synchronized everything looked. So it's just a lot of teamwork, and I would imagine, yeah, of course they're part of the same company. Is it called company? I actually have no idea. Battalion? I don't know. I have no idea. But I love that, and of course I think I would love to know more about the whole origin of this. They were discussing this as in this is in commemoration of something that an actual historical event that occurred 150 years ago, 100 years ago, something like that. And do they actually, was this based on this race, this competition was based on an actual thing? Yes, but did it happen exactly as we're seeing it? We're seeing the sort of recreation of it, or they're putting extra obstacles. And the ones that originated this, obviously they didn't originated this thinking, oh, there's going to be a competition in 50 years. No, obviously the person, I think it was a rescue or something. There were actual military doing an operation. So I would love to know more about, okay, but what was the origin and what a great feat. I think the people that, the guys that did this first and whatever historical event this is based off, how did it occur? Because otherwise I'm going to think it was something, even if they're putting more obstacles, I would assume it was something very similar. So I would, oh my God, what and how long did it took them? Well, obviously they weren't doing a competition, they were just doing a rescue, so they were probably going, we have to be quick about this because we're doing a rescue. But I don't think, of course they weren't competing against each other, but I think maybe that's how it originated. But I want to know their great feat that there was the sort of inception of all of this. And now, I'm going to look it up because it looks super interesting. And now I'm hopefully this is something that it's back on. I would assume just not the last part. I'm thinking, okay, maybe they do this, maybe not every year, maybe do this every 4 years as in the Olympics. I don't know, but I would love to know more, and I would love to attend to one of those events because they look incredibly fun. I would totally cheer them on. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!